Yeah, believe it or not, that's the clearest we get. Those little objects with their propulsion systems behind it. We have both an intelligent being with interacting with nature, or whatever the hell those objects are. When they see that object that's there, it's on fire. It's an object spiraling out of control, or just a UFO interacting. They're terraforming. Who knows? There they are on the bottom. That's the part where we see it better, and you can't really see it much better than that. I will zoom up for you to show it to you, but it will be very close. Not everyone will appreciate it. I will. Stephen A. will. The ones that like the zooms, like a lot of you that like zooming up. Let's get into it. Not an easy thing to show, and people want it on the gold platter, right? It's not a movie. It's research. And it's top secret. You can be sure of it. You can be sure it would affect national security. But then again, that's the Pentagon excuse, right? Aside from the national security threat, I don't give a shit. I want to know what that is and who is in charge of this. Is the CIA in charge of it? We know that they're retrieving alien spaceships and even bodies and alien tech and parts, and they're handing them down to operators and sending out SEAL teams. SEAL teams on the moon. People laughed. Well, people laughed when I said an asteroid would be diverted in 2017, and it happened. So now people are going to laugh when I say there's water on the moon and maybe oceans and SEAL teams diving down there or up there. We'll find out soon enough. We can only get in so close. But, it only take one capture for the media to talk about it. 3 lights moving on the surface, and even the UFOs spitting out that I showed this week. I mean, this is clear enough that we can see that those lights are like really bobbing in and out of the atmosphere, right? And you might say, well, geez, try to clarify it. There's nothing to do. For me to have gotten this, for you to see that, it's because I did clarify it. A lot of people say, well, zoom in. Do it yourself. You can look at it, if you want with a lens, 10,000 feet between your two eyes. But, I mean, it's clear, straight up proof, There's no reason to get in any closer, actually, to be able to see the truth, but we will. My Zoom freaks this week, I will be getting in. I work straight out through Christmas, guys. Bianchini Crater. Check the inversion. You see the objects that are down there on the surface? We're talking about hundreds of thousands of objects. Even though we can't precisely, examine and designate exactly what these objects are. But look, they're symmetrically placed, and they're obstructions or objects on the surface that, for me, and it's just my belief, I don't believe that they are natural. And as I convert back and forth here, and slowly with your eyes, you can really see that, the surface is there. And what I did to the surface to show it to you is beautiful truth, nothing less. And even though I don't know what they are, I can show them to you. Lots of interesting things. Maybe this will interest you. Welcome to the Southern Highlands. We're going to look at Tycho Crater, of course. I've been showing that one this week too. Some nice zoom up. It's a crater that's hard to zoom up on. But let me show you something. And it gets me mad. There's so many craters that are reproduced all around the moon that are identical. When I say identical, I really mean identical. These are 2 different craters, 1,000 miles apart, okay, from each other. And when you look at them side by side, there's no differences. The exact same shape. It's got the same spot in the middle, like 99.9% of all the craters do with that, with that spot. Here's a trip back to memory lane 217. Watch this. But first, the Promontorium H at the end of Sinus Iridum. The manipulation on the surface, the mountains, the lines. If you're here, if you're new to the channel, and you're taking the time to subscribe, I really thank you. This is the research. Now we're going back to 217. We're just coming across one of the coolest things are that some of my theories, many of them, are coming true. Here in 217, Beginning at 217, I talk about a theory of us diverting an asteroid and dropping with a spacecraft a bomb on it to divert it from hitting the moon or Earth. And the diverting an asteroid has already been done successfully.
Well, the eventuality, not something we like to think about, but could an asteroid ever hit the moon or hit the Earth or skim close to either one or the other to unregulate its natural orbit, depending on size, of course. If one was to pass between the Earth and the moon of a massive size, it probably could. So, can we one day send an atomic bomb or some kind of nuclear bomb onto an asteroid and destroy it from a manned spacecraft?
It happened, and we're doing a lot more than that. Some footage I have to throw away. This footage here is a UFO, unidentified flying object, that is winding from left to right like a gravity wave, just like the UFO fleet that I caught. Check this out. I'll still show it to you. That I got up this blurry footage. This object is waving left and right like it's following a gravity wave, like the UFO fleet that I caught. Because you see it, watch this. It changes directions. We'll see it best here, okay? See it shaking, but you can see it going back and forth. And look at it wave up and down. And it's not because of the shaking. I'm shaking left and right, and you can see it going up and down here. That's an object that pissed me off. I wasn't able to get it. See it up and down, up and down. It's waving. UFO going left and right, gravity wave. But on top of it, it looks like a slingshot object. Like this object right here that you can see here. See it being slingshot. What the living hell? See it? Debris or not, debris wouldn't be going left to right. See, these are all things I'm analyzing. And it's like, I have to take the time to show this to you. It takes a long time to find these things. I also found out how the construction was built on the surface. And I'm going to show this to you right now. Objects that are see-through and thousands of feet up off the surface. Never before seen this way. Holy shit, I'm happy I can clarify this. Black object at the back. White object in the circle, red circle in front. The white object, you can see the black object on the top left corner, the white object through it. This is a large object standing up off of the surface. The objects on the surface are thousands of feet high up into the air, and they're massive. Radio telescope, satellite, whatever you want to call it, they're there. Try to clarify this the best way I can. Already I'm showing it twice as clear as I was showing it before, but again, nobody's impressed by seeing that object. And I'm going to show you the surface a different way. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to show you where this is. You can try to locate it yourself. This object and many other thousands, hundreds of thousands of objects of all different sizes. That is huge. You can see here, zoomed out, Southern Highlands. I'm not going to hide where we are, all the jumbled up craters. You see that there? I'm going to zoom up and show you a feature on the surface where these objects that look very manipulated, they look out of place on the surface. That's quite simply all I'm going to say. But that is where the last city is that I've shown in the past, right there on the bottom. And now what I'm showing you is not a theory. That white object, I can see the black object in the back through it, even though it's not very clear. By the way, I hope some of you get the chance to experience this on a big screen. I mean, seriously, like all the stuff I'm showing on the surface, the little ghost-like objects and creatures, check it out on the big screen. But that is how the objects are on the surface, and that's how they hide it. I quite simply flipped the image over, mirrored it backwards, so that you can see the angle. So yeah, quite simply, it's a curved, almost rectangular square with jagged edges, high-rising off the surface. Thanks for watching, everyone. Names missing on this video, but Paul Sabo and Pat Crossar, thanks for gifting out the memberships to help this channel grow. Aliens on the moon, when are they gonna tell the world? Come on, Pentagon. Aliens on the moon. Aliens on the moon. And they're mining. Really up there. And they're mining on the moon. Thank you very much for the support to this channel. Everyone, thanks for the generous contributions, and thanks for watching the videos.
Aliens are up there on the moon. They may be even coming right here soon. Aliens are landing on the moon. Yes, they are up there. Doesn't matter, cause disclosure's coming soon.